Today, we are going to be talking about the most misunderstood skincare, toners. Do you need them? Are they doing more harm than good? And by the way, what are toners? This is what we're getting into today. And who am I? I'm Dr. AziMD, a board-certified dermatologist, here to give you unsponsored information so that you can make the best decisions when it comes to skincare and treatments for you, because after all, you are more than just a pretty face. Let's start with what are toners, because they have evolved. The definition of toners have evolved over time, but traditionally, if you were to Google what are toners, it's described as a lightweight solution that is applied to the skin to help restore the skin's pH balance, to help remove impurities, and it's also used to hydrate the skin. And just to make things even more confusing, let's talk about essences, because that's another step in a skincare routine. The way I see it is toners are more of a Western invention, whereas essences are more of an Eastern skincare culturally. But they are essentially very similar in that essences are also designed to hydrate the skin. They often have plant-based antioxidants, and they are the first step in the treatment portion of a skincare regimen. So they're also liquid, ingredients or solutions that are applied after cleansing. So they can be very similar, and it can get really confusing. And at this point, you're sort of splitting hairs, whether something is defined as an essence or a toner. Most people will identify toners as part of the cleansing portion, whereas essences are more like treatment portion of a regimen. But to me, they can essentially be the same. They're just solutions that you apply to the skin that have certain actives, and you apply them after cleansing. If you're looking at toners, micellar water could be a toner because you're applying it, after maybe you cleanse to get any residue of your makeup off. So toners, the definition can really mean different things to different people. At the end of the day, the bottom line is, why are you using a specific toner? Is it really necessary? Do you prefer a lightweight solution versus a serum or a moisturizer or a cream-based product to deliver your actives? So really, these are the questions that one should be asking. And maybe some people prefer toners because they're lighter than, let's say, serums or creams. So do you need toners? No. But can you use toners in a skincare regimen with benefits? Yes, which means that if you are going to choose a toner, you should really look at the ingredients and see if it's a good fit for your skin, and to see if it's a good fit as part of your overall skincare regimen. Because remember, when you're designing your skincare regimen, every single product that you pick should have a purpose. You probably know this, but the skin is an organ, which means it's highly functional and it doesn't need a lot of stuff. The more stuff you're putting on it, the more exposure you're going to get to inactive ingredients, or just ingredients that potentially over time can start to become sensitized. And that means that your skin forms a memory to all these ingredients that you're exposing to it, so that down the line it starts to say, okay, you know what, this is the 100th time I've been exposed to this chemical, and now I'm going to start reacting to it. I'm going to develop rashes and so forth. So the more simple you keep your skincare regimen, the more beneficial it's going to be, the better it's going to be for your skin long term. I know nowadays it's like, let me get this ingredient and this product, and people are putting all this stuff on their face thinking they're doing so much good for the skin, all until they end up in my office because it completely backfires. I see so many people using toners to really get that skin stripped and toned by definition, but they're really in reality just stripping their moisture barrier because of that witch hazel they're applying as their toner after cleansing. So really, toners are medicated solution to deliver actives to your skin in order to change it to address a specific skin concern. So let's talk about how to choose the best toner for your skin. We'll start with one that is acne prone, or maybe you have oily skin and you prefer using a lighter product like a toner over a lotion or a serum. And this is a great example of somebody who might be in their teenage years and they have super oily skin and they just want to do something really quick, just sweep their skin with a product that's going to help their acne or that's going to help their oily skin. And this is when you would use a toner with ingredients like salicylic acid, niacinamide. Maybe it does have a little bit of witch hazel in it for toning. And so if you do that, then you have to make sure that you are cleansing with just a gentle cleanser and not a cleanser with other strong, potentially interfering ingredients like salicylic acid, because the toner has a lot of salicylic acid in it. So for example, my teenage patients love toning with these pads. These I have the tester sticker on here because I'm in the office and I grabbed it from the tester rack. But this is Clarify Pads. It has salicylic acid and glycolic acid and it's super easy to use. It's 60 pre-soaked pads. Makes it easy, convenient to deliver those actives very quickly. And so in this case, then you would tone with these Clarify Pads. But then maybe you wouldn't really need a serum, then you would just go straight to a moisturizer. And in that case, the toner makes sense. Now, if you have hyperpigmentation, discoloration, maybe you have some, dark patches left over from your acne, or maybe you have melasma, then you would want to look for a toner that has ingredients like kojic acid, tranexamic acid, arbutin, berberry. Maybe it has a little hydroquinone in it, some brightening ingredients like licorice roots. So in that case, you would tone after cleansing with a medicated toner with those ingredients. And a great example of this is something I use in my practice called Dermabright pads. I actually have one right here. So these are Dermabright pads. Again, they come with 60 pads and we can actually customize them with hydroquinone in it. And a lot of my melasma patients or patients with hyperpigmentation love using these pads. They just prefer sweeping these medicated discs over their face before they would apply their serum. Now, their serum is not going to have the same ingredients as this toner has. So in that case, you're formulating your skincare regimen with really keeping a lot of these ingredients in mind so that you're using the same ingredients across multiple products. This whole notion that toners can be soothing and hydrating doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, because you just leave your skin damp and apply your serum and your moisturizer to hydrate the skin. But hey, if you really love that hydrating toner, then you might want to look for ingredients like aloe vera, centella asiatica, or hyaluronic acid maybe in that toner. But again, you don't want to double up on those same ingredients with your serum. Or maybe you want to mist the skin with a product that has hypochlorous acid, which is great for calming, things like acne or breakouts, and that would be considered a toner. Another common question I get: what ingredients should you avoid in toners? Well, a big one is alcohol. A lot of toners can come with denatured alcohol or isopropyl alcohol. These can really leave your skin dry and make it irritated. That could actually lead to more breakouts. You should also avoid toners that have fragrance in them, or if they have essential oils, because these are major sensitizers in the skin, which means that you may not experience a reaction or a rash the first time you use it, but the more you use products with fragrance, essential oils, the more likely you are to develop an allergy or sensitivity down the line. You should also avoid toners with harsh astringents. So if they have a really high concentration of witch hazel, again, they could really strip the skin, dehydrate the skin, and cause just unnecessary irritation. Comedogenic oils is another one. So you want to avoid things like coconut oil, oils that, clog your pores and cause more breakouts. I'm going to share a link with a number of toners designed to treat different types of skin concerns and different types of skin. But it's really important, again, to remember that toners should have a purpose. They're not absolutely necessary. So when you are curating your own customized skincare routine, be aware of the products that you're using, the ingredients that you're using, and make sure that you're not going to overwhelm the skin, that you're not going to double up on some of these ingredients. You have to be smart consumers here and read those labels, because you guys are more than just a pretty face. You are smart, you are educated and informed to make the best decisions for your skin, whether to tone or not to tone. Thanks guys for tuning in. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, or if you have video ideas for me, I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, bye guys.